G'day folks, today's video is about the GoPro Karma and how to attach Lume Cubes to it. Now if you're not familiar what Lume Cubes are, they're basically an amazing, versatile little light. They're tiny, they're about 1.5 inches by about 1.5 inches, lightweight and super bright. I have a couple other videos that I've featured with the Lume Cubes in my channel that you can go back and watch if you want to know a little bit more about them. These can be connected to most of today's modern drones, and there's different types of brackets for every type of drone, and including the GoPro Karma. These are the official ones sold right by Lume Cube, and I ordered these from Amazon, I believe. Now, I don't know if you can see on film there, but these are just 3D printed, and you know, they don't have a really polished, finished look to them, but they do the job. The only problem with these is that they're $40, and you know, I didn't really like having to shell out that kind of money for them. They work very well, but after looking at them when I ordered them, I noticed that, you know, it's just a bolt in there, and I thought I could probably do it myself. So I'm going to show you how these ones work, how they attach, and then I'm going to show you a do-it-yourself method, a way you can add your Lume Cubes to your GoPro Karma without having to spend the $40 on these mounts, with stuff you may just have laying around the house. So when you order these, you're going to get two, and they're labeled left and right, and basically they're just going to slip into the opening here on the landing gear. So we're just going to put it in like that, and then they just pop right in. Now if we flip it over, you can see there's like a little lever back here. You just spin it, and that's basically going to lock them in so it's not going to fall out. Now this here is a tightening dial. So what we're going to do first is spin on the Lume Cubes. Now you'll have to just kind of tighten them in to where they work the best, and you can use that tightening dial at the back just to snug them in, make sure that they don't go anywhere. So just if we leave them like that, they're facing frontwards, and we'll be able to film and see what's in front of us. You can turn them down, just angle them down, tighten up the dial, and now they will point down. So if you're filming stuff on the ground a little lower, you can light up the ground, and you can set them to whatever angle you need. You can even have them pointing backwards. The other benefit to having Lume Cubes on your drone is it does make it much easier to fly at night. You can see it, you can see where it is, you know, especially if you're any kind of distance away, and you'll know what the front end is, the back end, and it just makes it a little bit easier. You know, after I ordered these, I kind of got looking at them and realized that I could probably achieve the same thing without using these mounts with just a few spare bolts that I had laying around the garage, and I'll just show you here. So that's a 1/4 inch tripod thread that is on the bottom of the Lume Cube. So if you use a 1/4 inch bolt, it'll screw in there just fine, as you can see there. So what I got here is 4 washers, 4 nuts, and 2 bolts. And like I said, I just had these out in the garage, and if you had to go buy them, you'd probably be spending like maybe a couple bucks. So it's a lot cheaper than ordering the official mounts, and they're going to work just the same. So basically all we're going to do is put a bolt on the washer, and there might be better washers than what I'm using, but like I said, these are just what I had laying around. The other thing you could also use are wing nuts. If you have the proper size of wing nuts, they would make it definitely a lot easier to tighten up. So we've got a bolt coming through with a washer. We're going to put another washer on the other side, and we'll put on a nut to tighten it up. And at this point, you're going to need a small wrench or something just to make sure it's on there secure. So as you can see, we have a mount. Theoretically, we could just screw this on, and it will attach. However, this will be on there wobbly, like there's no way to angle it and then tighten it in. So if we put on a second nut, just turn it on a little bit. I'll just show you there, if you can see on camera. I just have it on a little bit with a bit of bolt sticking out. So now we can screw on the Lume Cube, just like so. So the reason why we have that second bolt on there is so we can now angle this whichever direction we want, straight ahead or facing down, and we can get in there with a small wrench or a pair of pliers and tighten that in so this won't move during the flight. So now we can just repeat that for the other side here. Washer and a bolt, another washer, the first nut, tighten that in. Put the second bolt on. And then we add the Lume Cube. So there we go, 2 different methods for connecting your Lume Cubes to your Karma Drone. One using the official mounts, one using a do-it-yourself method with a few bolts and spare washers that you might have kicking around. Now I must say these are much more convenient. They just go on, snap them tight, and done. You can easily put them on and off as need be. These ones, there's a little bit more messing around. You gotta have a wrench to make sure everything's tight, and not so easy to go on and off, but a fraction of the cost, and it's something you might already have laying around. What I'll do is I'm going to include the links for everything down below, the Lume Cubes, the official mounts from the Lume Cube, and everything you might need to get going. Now, unfortunately, at this point in the video, I'd like to show a demonstration of this thing flying with a light slit up to see, you can see how much light the Lume Cubes give off and how well they work. But unfortunately in Canada, with all the strict guidelines that we now have, it is illegal to fly at night, and so I can't really film myself flying this at night. Putting it up on YouTube, I would be opening myself up to maybe some legal problems. So unfortunately, I can't show you that, but what I can do is I am going to take this out tonight and just fire it up, turn the Lume Cubes on and record, and that way you can see what kind of light these things give off. Very handy, you know, at night flying. If you're going to be any kind of distance, you can see the drone quite a bit better. And not only that, these things are very, very bright. When I do the demonstration tonight, you'll actually be maybe even quite surprised at how much light these little tiny lights throw off. So if you're filming at night, these things can illuminate the ground and whatever you're filming, and give you still a nice shot even when it's dark out. So I guess that's it for now. We'll see you in a minute when I'm outside and it's dark. So we're just outside. Like I said, I can't fly at night, but I'll turn the lights on here. I'll record with the GoPro just so you can get a rough idea of what kind of light these gives off and what the GoPro will see. So we're just going to power on the Lume Cubes, and we're going to put them on 50% power to start. So there we go, 50% power. If you look at the GoPro feed, you can see that lit things up quite a bit better. So they're now at 100% power, and we'll just kind of see what things look like. Well, folks, that's it for this video. Hopefully you found it useful, especially if you were looking at maybe picking up the Lume Cubes for the GoPro Karma, or if you needed to know how you can mount them without buying the official mounts. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it or found it useful. It really helps me grow my channel, so I really appreciate that. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. We're going to have a ton of Hero 6 videos coming soon. Hopefully, the new Hero 6s come out at the end of September, and you don't want to miss any of them. So don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.